Hello, welcome to my channel and to the first episode of Malezi Friday, an informative infant feeding segment that will be happening every Friday. My name is Jennifer Munanie and I am the founder of Lea Lactation. It's a pleasure to have you here. In today's episode, I want us to talk about the basics of infant feeding. If you're currently pregnant or planning to be a parent someday, you may want to follow along. Infant feeding, simply defined, is the practice of feeding infants, that is, babies from birth to around 1 year of age or children under the age of 1 year. In the course of being a parent, you're going to make very many decisions for your baby. One of those many important decisions is how to feed your baby. Now, it's important that this decision on how to feed your baby be an informed one. What do I mean when I say an informed infant feeding decision? This means that you're presented with all the information and facts related to infant feeding. That is, all the infant feeding options available to you, their advantages or benefits, their costs or disadvantages, and their risks, if any. You then analyze and weigh each option and consider all factors involved before you can decide which infant feeding option best meets your and your baby's needs. The infant feeding option that you choose should be able to help you achieve your goals or bring you closer to achieving those goals. The best thing about making informed infant feeding decisions is that it gives you options that you may not have thought of or considered before. It gives you control to make choices that will work best for you given your circumstances. It makes you confident that you've made the best choice for you and your baby. You're not second guessing. It also empowers you to advocate for yourself because now you have the facts. Finally, it gives you more realistic expectations because you know the risks and benefits associated with each infant feeding option. It's kind of an anticipatory guidance, so when you're facing a feeding challenge later on, it does not blindside you because you're already aware that that could happen. As a parent, you have the right to be informed of all infant feeding options available to you, their pros and cons before you can make a decision. You can get this information that will guide you in making these decisions from your preferred healthcare provider. Now, because this baby is yours or will be yours, it's your responsibility as their parent to get yourself informed. Once informed, you can make the decision on which infant feeding option to use at different stages. Way before pregnancy, during pregnancy, or immediately after your baby is born. The best time to decide is before your baby is born so that you have time to learn and prepare for the infant feeding option that you will ultimately choose. That said, there are different infant feeding options. The first and the best is breastfeeding or human milk feeding. I will be talking a lot about breastfeeding on this channel, so I will not go deep into it now. Breastfeeding is the process of feeding breast milk to your baby, either by directly nursing them at the breast or expressing the breast milk and feeding it to your baby through various tools such as cups or bottles. It has so many benefits to your baby, you, and the family. It also has its costs. The second option is breast milk substitutes. These are foods meant to replace or substitute breast milk. They include liquid or powdered milk products such as infant formula. As a dietitian nutritionist, a maternal, infant, and young child nutrition practitioner, and a certified lactation support provider, I am pro breastfeeding. But that does not mean that I am anti-infant formula. No. I recognize and appreciate the role that breast milk substitutes, such as infant formula, play in the lives and health of babies, especially those with medical complications. That said, you need to be aware that there are different formulations and brands of breast milk substitutes available. So it's important that if you are to use the breast milk substitutes such as infant formula, for one reason or the other, you do so under the guidance of a dietitian nutritionist or a lactation support provider so that you can ensure accurate and safe use of the breast milk substitutes for the health of your baby. That's the basics of infant feeding. I hope you found this video useful. In case of any comments or questions, please let me know in the comment section below. Thank you for being here. I'll see you in the next episode of Malezi Friday next week.